Hey guys, welcome back to another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter card game review. Today's game tip-off is called Shadow Strike Melee by Pure Fun Games. It's 2 to 9 players. Takes about 10 minutes to play, ages 10 and up. In the game, you're playing as Secret Ninja Samurais, but unfortunately, you don't know how strong you are. Kind of a game like Blind Man's Bluff, where you take the cards and you can't see them, but you know what everybody else's is. In the game, you're going to be selecting a card that you don't know and fighting against another player. And that player is going to pick a card they don't know. And you're going to flip over the cards, and whoever has the highest number wins. Fairly simple, right? Not really, because there's unique action cards in the game in which you can play. Some of these cards will let you switch cards from the deck, play cards on other players' turns, and a couple other things like that. Throughout the game, you're going to be attacking other players, and as you beat them, they're going to be able to take a card from the deck, and they're going to be able to see that card. So while they've taken damage, now they have a little more insight in the cards they have than you do on your cards. And it's going to progress like that. Anyway, let me show you the contents of the game and how to play. Alright, so here's Shadow Strike Melee. You get the box and a rulebook right here, as well as 2 sets of decks. You're going to have the Shadow Strike deck, which is going to be your different items throughout the game. There's 3 unique items that you'll be playing with different options on some of them. You're also going to be getting a deck of cards that are going to range from 0 all the way up to, I believe, 10 or 12, and they're going to have different colors as well. And then finally, you're going to be getting team cards. So if you're playing with multiple team members, you can kind of play with them. So all these guys could be on the blue team versus maybe everybody on the green team. Something like that. You can play up to 9 players, like I said, or just have an all-out melee brawl. In the game, you're going to be getting 3 cards that you can't see, as well as 3 item cards that you can. So when looking at it like this would be you guys. So you can't see your Shadow Strike cards, or your damage cards, but you can see your item cards, right? However, you can also see your opponent's fighting cards. So on your turn, it's fairly simple. You're going to choose an opponent to fight. When you choose that opponent, they're going to select a card from hidden from them that they can't see, and you're going to choose a card that you can't see. Very simple. So you're going to look 4, 3, 1, 6, 8, 0. So probably best to go with this guy here, because his highest card's a 4 and his highest is an 8. Yeah, he could pick that 0, but there's no way you can know if he's going to do that or not. So you say, I'm going to fight you on your turn. Say, okay, he plays a card. He just picks a 1 at random because he can't see, and so do you. Bam. 4 and a 3, right? So you would instantly win this. However, there are items in the game, and you can play them if you want to do so. Bam. Reaction. Replace your played fight card from the draw pile. So that's what he's just played now. He plays a 4. Ooh, nasty. This one over here. Let's see. Join somebody else's fight. Refresh any number of fight cards. None of these are going to be useful for you. So on a tie, I think basically nothing happens in this instance. You guys get off scot-free, which is nice. You're going to be taking these cards here and getting rid of them. You'll get a new card just like that, and your opponent will get one as well. And then you're going to make sure you have a full item's worth of hand. A full hand size of items. Then the next player is going to go. And he's going to go ahead and pick another player, and they're going to go. So he plays this, and he plays this. And obviously the 8 is the winner, but they're going to look at their item cards to see. And let's see here. And pick an opponent's fight card. Join someone. He could replace his draw card with the draw pile. He does that. A 9. Bam. So he's winning now, right? He can also play that and try and replace his card with the draw pile. Ooh, wow, look at that. Pretty good, pretty good. So they both don't have that card anymore. The 10 is going to beat the 9. So what happens is these cards are going to go to the discard pile. This player here is going to flip a card over so that they can actually see it, and then get a new card face down that they can't see. So technically it'd look like this for him. So he's going to get one of the cards he has already pre-existing face up so he can see it. No one else can but him. And everybody else can see his other 2 cards. However, the winning player over here is just going to get another card face down that he can't see. So he can't see this card either, but you can. After that, it's his turn, and he's going to go ahead and fight you. You can flip over yours, and he flips his. Oh, make sure, don't forget to get your item cards back. Oop, not these guys. Don't forget to get your item cards back. But, okay, so he's got his 8. You played a 5. Do you have any cool items to get him on? No, because you can't pick that. Join somebody else's fight. No, you can't do that either. And he can't do anything as well. So in this case, the 8 is going to beat your 5. He's going to get another card that he can't see, and you're going to get to pick a card that you can't see and flip it over. So now you can see that, they can't, and this card goes face down. And it's going to keep going like that. Once 3 wounds occur, so after your 2nd wound, and then your 3rd wound happens, you now can see all your cards, you're out of the game, and you lose all your items as well, and they're going to play to the death, and that's kind of how the game works. Once there's only 1 player left in the entire game, He is the Shadow Strike Melee champion, and that's how it's played. Okay, so Shadow Strike Melee is basically like ultimate blind man's bluff, right? You got your 3 cards, you can't see them, but everybody else can, and you can see everybody else's cards. And you're throwing cards down like, I fight you with my 7, or oh, I fight you with my 0. This is a terrible hand that I picked. And so, but they're going to play one too, and they're just as nervous as you are. Luckily though, you've got these item cards. You can be like, no, I'm going to replace a card, or no, I'm going to join a fight that I was not previously in. So you two are fighting, I'm fighting too, and I just throw a card in. And the winner take all. And it's kind of a player elimination game, but it's so quick that I don't mind it. I don't mind player elimination games as long as they're really quick and you can another game in real quick. It's another thing, it's a 3-hour game. You have to sit there for 2 hours because you've been stuck playing Monopoly, you have no properties, and you simply... Never mind. Either way though, really fun little game here. I love the fact that when you take damage, normally you can't see the cards, but when you take damage, you actually will play the card, you'll lose, you flip over one of your cards so that you can see it now, and you'll get another card back. And so that's simply going to give you that ability to start playing cards. And whenever you have to replace a card you can see, you actually do get to take it and no one else can see it again. So you have that benefit, especially when you're way out. It's kind of a good catch-up mechanic to where no one else can see what you're playing except for what you're drawing except for you because you're not doing so well. But you can still lose. And it has that winner-take-all feel, and there's enough cool little items. The game itself is fun. If you like blind man bluff games that are quick and you don't mind the player elimination, you're probably going to like it. One thing I can say on the negative side is it could use some more items. I like the plethora. I like the items they have. I won't say a plethora of items. They have 3, but I like what they have, and I think that they could add more because I really enjoy this aspect of the game. It's one of the fun things about it, and the fact that you can keep playing cards and like it gets that crazy aspect of it. It keeps it in motion, keeps people laughing, and they're enjoying their time. And I think it's a very simple game that anybody can pick up. But otherwise, it's a solid game. It's cute little ninjas. I really enjoy it. It's a simple little small box game. I think has a good price point, as well as the added team mechanic. That's really cool. They add a bunch of extra players where you're all working together to fight against the other enemy ninja clans. Solid game. Really enjoy it. Pretty good. Shadow Strike Melee.